Hey guys, tonight we're going to slip quietly into the ancient Persian plateau, the kind of dry, sun-baked landscape where even lizards look like they're considering a career in ice sculpture. You can almost feel the desert air pressing down on you hot, still and unrelenting, like a giant head dryer that never switches off. The Persians had to figure out how to keep cool long before anyone thought of ice cubes or air conditioners. And trust me, you'd have wilted by noon out here. In fact, if you had to walk even a few miles under that sun, you'd start thinking that sitting in a freezer sounded like a vacation. You probably wouldn't last long without a little shade and a good breeze. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And I'd love for you to leave a comment with where you're listening from and what time it is right now. Now, dim the lights. Maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum. And let's ease into tonight's journey together. You find yourself standing on a dusty ridge at the edge of the Iranian plateau, thousands of years ago. The evening sun is sinking, turning the desert sand into sheets of copper and gold. A caravan of camels passes below, their bells clinking faintly, their shadows stretching impossibly long. The air is still so warm it feels like it's clinging to your clothes. A local herder waves at you lazily, too tired to smile in the heat. As you walk down toward the ancient city of Yazdi, you notice the unique skyline. It isn't dominated by grand temples or towering citadels, but by something far more practical, yet just as impressive. Tall, chimney-like structures rise from the rooftops of the mud brick buildings. These are the wind catchers, or asterisk badgers. Asterisk in Persian, and they are the silent, elegant solution to the suffocating heat. They stand like sentinels, patiently waiting to capture even the slightest whisper of a breeze and guide it down into the homes below. The ingenuity of these structures is staggering, a testament to a deep, patient observation of nature. The ancient Persians understood that hot air rises and cool air sinks. It's a simple principle we learn in school, but they turned this knowledge into an art form. Each wind catcher is designed with openings high above the roof, facing the direction of the prevailing winds. As the wind blows across the desert, it's caught by these openings and funneled down a tall, vertical shaft into the rooms below. Imagine stepping from the oppressive heat of the street into one of these ancient homes. The temperature difference is immediate and profound. It's not the aggressive, mechanical chill of modern air conditioning, but a soft, natural coolness that soothes your skin and calms your mind. The air inside is still fresh, circulating gently through the space, providing a constant, refreshing stream of relief from the world outside. This simple yet brilliant system could lower indoor temperatures by as much as 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, turning an unbearable dwelling into a comfortable sanctuary. But the wind catcher was often just one part of a more complex and sophisticated cooling system. Deep beneath many of these homes, you would find a subterranean chamber known as a asterisk. These were essentially ancient basements, dug deep into the earth, where the temperature remained consistently cool throughout the year. Insulated from the scorching sun by meters of soil and rock, the air funneled down by the wind catcher would travel into this cool, damp space, becoming even colder before circulating up into the main living areas of the house. It was a two-stage cooling process, a quiet collaboration between the wind and the earth. The real genius, however, came from combining the wind catcher with another marvel of Persian engineering. The qanats are underground aqueducts, gently sloping tunnels that were hand-dug for kilometers across the plateau, tapping into underground water sources at the foot of mountains and channeling the water to cities and farms. These weren't just for irrigation. They were the lifeblood of desert civilization, an invisible network of rivers flowing silently beneath the parched ground. In the most advanced homes, the wind catcher's shaft would extend all the way down to a qanat, flowing beneath the house. As the wind was drawn down the shaft, it would pass over the surface of this cool, flowing water. This process did two things. First, it cooled the air significantly through evaporation, much like how a breeze over a lake feels so refreshing. Second, it would create a pressure difference that would actively pull the cool, moist air from the qanat up into the basement and then into the rest of the house. The hot, stale air from the rooms would then be pushed out through other openings or at different shafts in the wind catcher, creating a continuous, self-sustaining cycle of natural air conditioning. Let's pause and picture that. You are sitting in a softly lit room, cushions on the floor, the walls made of cool, smooth clay. There is no sound of a worry motor, no hum of electricity. There is only the faint, almost imperceptible whisper of air moving through the house. A gentle, cool breeze, born miles away in the mountains and guided by human hands, caresses your face. It carries with it the faint, clean scent of water and damp earth, a scent of life in the middle of the desert. This wasn't a luxury for just the kings and the wealthy. This technology was integrated into the very fabric of urban life, found in public buildings, bazaars, and ordinary homes. The design of the wind catchers themselves varied from region to region, adapted to the specific local climate and wind patterns. Some were simple, with just one opening to catch the wind from a single direction. Others were more complex, with 4, 6, or even 8 sides, allowing them to catch breezes from any direction they might come. In areas with very strong, dusty winds, the design was often reversed. The openings would face away from the wind, using the pressure difference created by the passing gust to suck hot air out of the building, while cooler air was drawn up from the basement. It was a system of incredible versatility. Beyond the home, this cooling technology was crucial for preserving food and water. The Aktial, or ice house, was another testament to Persian ingenuity. These were enormous, cone-shaped structures made of a special mortars that was resistant to heat and water. During the winter, water from the qanats would be channeled into shallow pools next to the axle, where it would freeze overnight in the cold desert air. The ice would then be collected and stored deep inside the thick-walled insulated structure. Thanks to the Aktial's clever design, which often incorporated wind catchers for further cooling, the ice could remain frozen throughout the blistering summer months. Imagine, in the middle of a 45°C day, being able to enjoy a cool drink or a chilled dessert, all thanks to a system conceived thousands of years ago. It's easy for us to take our climate-controlled world for granted. With the push of a button, we can command cool air to fill our homes, offices, and cars. Our comfort is powered by complex machinery and vast energy grids. But the ancient Persians achieved a similar, and perhaps more pleasant, level of comfort through a quiet partnership with the natural world. They didn't seek to conquer the heat with brute force. They listened to the wind, followed the water, and respected the earth. They observed the subtle physics of air and temperature and used them to create spaces of peace and relief. As you drift off tonight, imagine yourself in one of those ancient Persian rooms. The world outside is still and hot under a blanket of stars, but inside, you're in a cocoon of cool, fresh air. The only sound is the gentle sigh of the wind as it passes through the bajir high above, a constant, soothing breath, bringing life and comfort into the home. There is a deep sense of peace in this simplicity, a harmony between human dwelling and the forces of nature. It's a reminder that sometimes the most elegant solutions are not the most complicated, but the ones that work with the world around us, rather than against it. Let the soft, imaginary breeze from the windcatcher guide you into a deep and restful sleep, a sleep as peaceful as a cool desert night.